Alright. Hey, listen. So. Here we are again. Hey, Eternal Lady. Ayatsuki, how's it going? I wonder if they have fixed uh, the dice. I wonder which one is the dice. No, that could be. Is this working? It is. That's not the one I wanted. Hey, Captain Balls! Quentin Gilstrand, good morning. Sleepless Skeptic. Awesome, man. Nice to have you here from the get-go. Alright, so I think today we should do a community topic. Hey, Zelin. So throw me some topics. It can be anything, any combination of words, and I'll try to I'll try to do it. And I'll of course roll the dice. I'm trying to find the dice. I have no idea where it is. So it might be a Google dice has to be thrown. Girl who rides crocodile. Cool. Oh, sleepless skeptic. Yeah, that's the unfortunate part of time zones. Hey, Chilstrand. Hey, Mila. How's it going? Weaver of Air. Oh, that's pretty cool. Creepy warlock. Hey, Jacob Mobley. How's it going, man? Welcome. All right, I think we got 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we got four topics. Let's roll the dice and see if it's 1 to 4. Nope, it was. Let's try it again. 1. So that would be a girl who ride a crocodile. A girl who ride a crocodile. Alright. A girl that rides a crocodile by Eternal Lady. There we go. Alright, thank you. A girl that rides a crocodile in 30 minutes. Oh, Jesus. Here we go. Hey, Voodoo Breakfast, how's it going? So while I'm at it, I might as well add that Justin Lassen, the guy that contributed with the song for the competition, he agreed to be a guest judge for the competition. So that's gonna happen. Okay, so as I see the picture, she kind of rides it like what's it called, bronco, um, like bull ride. How dare you, phone, make noises. Um, hey, Millerfin, how's it going? Good morning. God damn, that was hot coffee. Kind of, crocodile is kind of thrashing about. The water is like that. We see a tail coming up and going into the water. Here's the water surface, crocodile's mouth, and a girl. Okay, that's interesting. And a girl sitting on top of it, um, like riding it, holding the hands out, like she's riding or like riding a horse. So that's the game plan. So let's start chasing it. So obviously I love my paint light only method. So I'm gonna be messing around with that. It's always a pleasure to just paint light. So let's make the camera angle a little bit more actiony. So we get a little bit more motion in it. And I think that's a cool of Justin Lassen to join in as a judge and have his voice uh, to you guys of what you want to do, or what I mean, what you interpreted his song as. But it's cool. And for those who don't know, for example, Sleepless Skeptic, I'm running a art competition currently. It's called Unreal Bjornament, courtesy of one of the users called One Amir Levy, or Amir Levy. He named it brilliantly, um, and it's a knockout competition where 40, I think it was 41 of you joined in and for a head-to-head battle against each other. So you got paired up, and you get everyone got the topic at the same day on an announcement on the stream, and for round one they were supposed to illustrate the topic "Arrival of the One," and they had 2 weeks. Um, and they 1 second, my wife wrote something. Sorry, I'm back. Yeah, so um, my daughter is still home. It's the last day of her cold, and she's with her assistant. They were gonna go outside, so I had to instruct her a little bit. But yeah, so they go head to head on the topic of Arrival of the One, and then there were judges, some like industry leaders of sorts, um, and they gave their vote, and also they had opportunity to comment on the entries. If they wanted to share some thoughts or comments or constructive criticism. Um, and that ended last no Sunday, no, a week before, a week back. No, back is this way. A week back, whatever. And there were the judges voted, and there were winners. So the winners are paired up with other winners. um, so the winner continues forward, and the losers of the pairing, they actually have a fighting chance to come back. So I'm gonna shadow the winners tournament with the losers. So it's like a comeback bracket or grace rounds, and the idea is that when they get to semifinal, they have a chance. The winner of the semifinal in the grace rounds have an opportunity to go to the winners semifinal. So there'll be one more in the semifinals, and then there's the finals, obviously. I have yet to find any some sort of award, but I'm gonna try to get something, like a prize. I haven't had time to ask anyone. I've been way too busy. But yeah, the idea is ideally that we're gonna get some at least some sort of swag. But I mean, there's a lot of traffic already to this competition. So there's exposure, there's networking, and a lot of the people in this art competition have they have already said like round one is their best piece. They put so much effort into it, which is great. Which is the purpose of these kind of competitions, to practice applying yourself, uh, and not just doing studies or sketching or casual painting, somewhat of a art project of some degree. But here's actually, because it's you're going up against someone, you feel a different kinds of pressure, right? Uh, so that's really really good. And so now we are on round two, and round two, I thought, what better way to mix things up by um, having a song, um, as a topic. So this composer, audio tech guy, um, he's a veteran in the industry. He's been doing it for 20 years. As far as I know, he's the guy that creates the presets in all the synths, or not all, but most of the synths. Like the sound that you make when you choose another sound. So he's like the mood guy, right? He has done music for TV shows and so on. You know he's a known guy in the music part. Um, he's sponsored by Intel, I think, to go to these tech fairs about music, and he's an innovator with technology. Um, and he donated a song, which is like a moody piece for round two. So round two is listen to the song and be inspired. And he wrote his own words, what he saw in the song. Uh, but it's a cool idea. I really like it, and it will be fun to see what everyone comes up with. So now they are 2 days in, 2 days in to their 2 weeks, and there's already people coming up with some pretty cool ideas, and you can already see the people that struggled in round one are already doing a lot better than they did in round one, already in round two, which is wicked. Chocolate? That is hilarious. Riding a chocolate. So where are we with time? 10 minutes in only. With me even leaving the chair. It's gonna be good. Knock on wood. I got this, to some degree. Famous last words, always. Always. Whenever I say I got this, it's like Major screw up. Jacob Mobley, yeah. That is totally He-Man. She-Man. Whoa. I thought a gender swap He-Man, but it became something completely different. Became a hermaphrodite. Sleepless skeptic. Yeah, it's a very common mistake. Um, and the only way to practice that is that you gotta practice finishing things, pushing things further than um, sketch stage, uh, and you have to practice planning your piece by foresight, but also by uh, going the full length of a painting. And I would suggest you maybe make notes at the beginning, like what your game plan is, and when you've written down your game plan, keep returning to it, and remind yourself of like your idea for the piece. Obviously, whenever you do art, you gotta have to do some adjustments uh, down the line, But it's important that you think about what you're gonna have to do, like what's the next move, what's the end goal. If you don't have that, you don't know what the most strategic next step is to get there, which is so that comes down to what is an original idea. There is no such thing really as an original idea. It could be your take on a subject, but the subject itself is not original. Someone has all definitely come up with it before, and it's always a matter of, for me, I think it's always a matter of who's done it better, and no one can do you better than you, right? So stay true to what you like. Stay true to what makes you happy about art, and and when you do have define what makes you happy, not like as a stylistic choice or as a some sort of marketing uh, tagline, but in your head, why do you do art? What makes it fun? What's how do you make art fun? And when you figure that out, just keep doing that, and practice your process. And with practicing your process and staying true to who you are, you'll just get better and better, and you can stop thinking about the technical aspect and just keep having fun creating. And then original ideas, they'll like original ideas per se will come because you're going to more and more focus more and more on the subject rather than how to do the subject. And that's for me that's the trickier part of art. It's to come up with a good subject, but that always comes when you're actively thinking about it. When you don't need to think about something else, like how do I draw? Yeah, so I would say, as like a practice, if you think about it tactically, um, like don't take your first sketch to final. Um, Sketch if you're that kind of artist that needs visual aid to be able to solidify an idea. Sketch it out, or do a mood board, or just try to hack your own mind to get a solid idea. Some artists likes to think about it beforehand and plan it out before they even touch a pen. So it's all about how are you as an artist when it comes to thinking, or before starting a painting. So you should try all different ways of doing art before you can say, I am this or I am that. And when you do, you can then you start figuring out a little bit more how you get the original idea, as in um, you learn your own process and you eliminating steps that you don't need to worry about. And then all you have to, in the end, all you need to worry about is what am I going to draw? And then that becomes way easier to deal with. Like, oh, let's draw. Like in this instance, I just asked for something, and I have no intention of having this as a portfolio piece because this is practice, and you gotta do those things. Like if you're gonna start a painting and finishing it, you gotta do a couple of these on the same subject. Get those demons out of your head, and then when you have gotten the best version of what you think you want, start questioning it. Like, what's the purpose of the painting? What's the narrative? What do I want to say? What do I want to show? Do I want to show fear? Do I want to show bravery? Do I want to like have weight on the motion? And then you just keep chopping down that list, and then an original idea will start to manifest itself by you just listening to your own mind and what you want to say, because it is original, because it is you. No one can do what you do. Yeah, definitely sleepless skeptic. If you just jump in to a painting for the sake of finishing it, it's never gonna be good. You really need to like explore it fully. Not many artists just jump straight in. That's never a good idea if you really want a good piece in the end. I mean, obviously, I'm jumping straight in now, uh, but like I said, I have no intentions of making this a portfolio piece. This is just pure exercise in a visual library and practicing process, sketching what's inside my head, and my uh, decision making. It's just that. It's all that. It's nothing. Because I have no time to sit and think about it, you know? I just have to act. Wow, we're over time. 11 minutes left. Easy. Famous last words. Sleepless. Yeah, I do that. I do that many times. Uh, I could probably potentially squeeze some color in, some basic color, but I've done many warm-ups where I do talk about color, and I've done many special streams at evenings, your mornings. Uh, wait. My daughter is coming. I think she's going out with her assistant. Her help. Where was I? Where was I? Color. Yeah, I've done it on many. There is a lot of info out there. And how long I've been drawing? I've been working in the industry, entertainment industry, for 10 years. So I've done lots of work. I'm one of those artists that more or less have worked on everything. Oh, well, you're gonna be careful with insomnia. I had it for a while. This is really not good for your body. So make sure that you sleep. And I had to teach myself meditation of sorts uh, to to make me sleep. It's very important because you reset a lot. You de-stress. So I would recommend you try to at least uh, find a cure for your insomnia and not chemical cure. I don't prescribe in taking pills unless you know you have to. Obviously, that's for example. I don't take headache pills either. Unless like I get a headache 4 in the morning and I really need to sleep, then I'll take a pill. But if it's during the day, I'll just suffer. I can tell you my method of meditation for sleeping. Um, so for me, when I had insomnia and how I fell asleep, was I laid in bed, switched off all the lights, so there was no lights around. Um, this crocodile scales are horrible. I'm just plopping dots down. It doesn't even look like scales. Anyways, so I was in bed, lay down, switched off everything, no electronical things at all anywhere, and I imagined the inside of my, when you close your eyes, that it's a black room, and this black room, every thought uh, becomes a picture that comes into this black room, and without effort and without conscious thought, I'd just move that picture out from my head. Um, so that if I start thinking about, oh yeah, another thought, then that's the wrong thought process, right? Like you should just think of it as you remove it, just effortlessly, just slide it out of your like vision, and you keep doing that at the same time as you're listening to your heartbeat. So like staying calm, and when it's really quiet, you can hear your own heart, right? You can feel your own heart, and when you do that, each time you hear the thud of the heart, I guess it's called thud or clap or whatever it's called, I don't know. Uh, you try to delay the next one. You like you just try to make the gap longer, and you keep doing that every night. And by that, by mentally trying to slow down your heart, you're actually slowing yourself down, and you're consciously thinking about something that is non-active, and all you need to think about is like keeping the picture out, and every time you hear your heart, try to make the gap longer. And and uh, and in return, practicing this have taught me to get into this state instantly. Um, so when I go to bed, my wife hates it. When I go to bed, I'm out in like 10 seconds. I hit the cushion, like assume the position, take a deep breath and exhale, and poof, I'm gone. And then I wake up in the morning. So in return, I can manage to sleep less hours because I go straight to really good sleep. So, for example, this night I only slept 5 hours. Uh, no problem at all with tiredness or anything like that. Which is nice. Yeah, I mean, through experimenting with meditation, not in the uh, hippie like meditation of going sitting and going om and doing those kind of thing. Meditation is just for me more like not doing anything else but looking inwards, right? Peace and quiet, reflection, regulate heartbeat, the more physical aspect of not being active in a clear thought, right? If that makes sense. And and when I don't try to fall asleep and just being calm and looking inwards, obviously as a creative person, I see pictures and visions, and I have practiced that, and I've used it to my advantage of envisioning things that I have to paint, or seeing new things that is solutions to a problem and things like that. So I've definitely used it, seeing and being able to help my art. It's the same thing like having a long walk through the forest, or when you're void of input and you're just walking. It's just the same thing. You start venturing inwards instead of outwards, and you see new things and think about different things. It's an efficient way of by depriving your mind from input, you'll start to go inwards, and you'll find solutions there, or inspiration and so on. It sounds a bit lofty, but it's true. Where are we with time? Only 1 minute. I told you. Famous last words. It's like, I got this. Maybe it's not very crocodile-like. Kinda crocodile. It's pretty. It's a little bit more velociraptor than crocodile, maybe. Shit. God damn it. Okay, time's up. God damn it. Let's do a sneaky, like a radial blur. Or actually, let's do what's it called? What's it called? Tilt shift. Uh, no. There we go. So cheeky, cheeky. Alright, that's it. Yeah, I don't know what it is. What it is today. It's the challenge is to draw something on the whim in 30 minutes, just to get the brain going. You know, get the hand flowing. Start the day with some art. Uh, so thank you very much for the topic, Eternal Lady. It was good fun. Um, it's not the best crocodile in the world, but it is what it is, right? Alright, have a fantastic day, everyone. Good night if you're in that end of the world. See you guys tomorrow morning, same time. Good luck with work and all that. All that. Yes, sleepless. Here. Let's see if someone is online. No one. I don't want to host that girl again. So is no host, or no raid. Have a good one, everyone. Outro time. Outro.